Brandon Spivey.
We are the Markout Movie Podcasters. Brandon, what are we doing today?
We are doing Independence Day. Oh, what we're doing is summer blockbusters. This is the first one of this new series Aaron created.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing Independence Day.
Just for the summer.
Starring Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, Randy Quaid, Judd Hirsch,
yeah,
Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
I don't think you missed anyone.
I probably missed a few. But yeah.
Ferris Bueller's dad is in this movie from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, by the way. I noticed that for the first time ever. Like one of the cabinet members, I was like, oh, it's Ferris Bueller's dad. So he's in there.
Also Robert Loggia from he's in a lot of stuff, but I mainly remember him from Over the Top as the grandfather of Michael.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about him in that. This is directed by Roland Emmerich, and let's see. I'm not going to go to the synopsis on what they have. I'm just going to tell you. So, around the July Independence Day time frame, aliens visit the Earth a few days before 4th of July and start blowing up buildings and killing people and declaring war on us in the not only just in the United States but on the world. And so it's up to a group of soldiers and government officials and scientists. Well, actually, cable repairman. What is he? He's like a satellite.
Yeah, David. Yeah, he's the smartest man alive.
He's the smartest man. He's the smartest man. It pretty much is up to Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith to save the world, and Bill Pullman.
And then don't forget Randy Quaid.
And Randy Quaid,
who was abducted by aliens, and they did sexual experiments.
Yeah. And so Brandon's gonna hit you with the numbers.
I got some numbers for you. 7 out of 10 on IMDb. 59% like it on Metacritic. That's pretty good for Metacritic. 89% like this on Google. It's got a 67% overall tomato meter on the tomato meter.
Oh, real quick, explaining. So the Blockbusters. Brandon's wearing the Jaws.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Because it was technically the first.
The first Blockbuster that ever really busted the block. It was of the summer movies. Was Jaws.
Busted the block.
Yes. Spielberg was the first one to kick it off. And he's been on that list many times with other movies, Jurassic Park,
Indiana.
E.T., Indiana. He's been on the list. He's like the blockbuster director. But this is not him. This is Roland Emmerich, which I haven't seen any of his other movies.
Never? You've seen him. You probably
maybe
don't know.
I didn't. Maybe I don't realize. I've seen, unfortunately, Independence Day Resurgence, but
it's not even the same. It's not even in the same franchise. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's like
it's day and night.
It is. I mean, like when you go back and watch this movie and you watch Resurgence, I understood what they were going for in Resurgence. They really wanted that 50s sci-fi vibe. And I get it, but this is not what that was. Not really. I mean,
well, you see us looking up because I got it playing on mute.
Oh, Wonder Year's dad's in this too.
Oh yeah, he is. That's Fred Savage's dad from Wonder Year. I totally forgot that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this movie, but yeah, it is day and night, and it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like it's in the same universe.
Go ahead and tell him.
817 million.
That's what it did.
817.4 million at the box office.
Pretty impressive.
Almost a $1 billion movie in 1996.
When this movie came out,
it probably didn't make 100 in Resurgence.
60. So we ain't gonna beat that up too much. But when this came out, I was 16 years old, and I remember actually watching this in theaters. Did you see this in theaters?
I did not, but I did buy it when it came out.
Okay.
I didn't go to. I wasn't allowed to go to theaters as a child. It was against my religion,
which is Baptist, but
it's not. I'm not a Baptist.
But what is it, Pentecostal?
Pentecostal, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Some of them don't have TVs.
Well, okay.
It's the truth.
But yeah, so I remember seeing this in theaters, 96. But yeah, no, this movie was like, this is the movie that really put Will Smith on the map. He was before this. He was in um,
Bad Boys.
No.
Fresh Prince.
No, yeah, he rapped and then he got Fresh Prince of Bel Air. But I also want to say that his first.
He was in Made in America with Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg too.
No, well, yeah, he was in it.
I'm not thinking the same thing he's thinking of. Apparently,
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of
I forgot that he was in that movie. He was like, and that's back when he played a minor character. Nia Long was also in that movie as his best friend.
Yeah.
Well, I like Nia as well. But
Yeah, she's great.
yeah, let me see here real quick. The first movie that I'm talking about with Will in it is let's see. I'm thinking about 6 Degrees of Separation, which came out in '93. Made in America also came out in '93. But he also did Blossom. He was like on the episode of Blossom. But then Fresh Prince of Bel Air happened between '90 and '96, and then Independence Day happened at the end of Fresh Prince of Bel Air from '96. But it's catapulted him because right in the next year after that he got Men in Black, and he just took off from there.
I think he was the Fresh Prince.
Yeah. I mean, I like Will. But yeah, I think that Will is actually one of my favorite people in this movie. Will and Jeff. So
I would say, I love so many people in this movie.
Mhm.
I can't put it on one man's shoulders. Even though if you watch Resurgence, you can say, well, Will Smith wasn't in that movie. That's the reason it sucked. Or it wasn't as good. But what they did in that sequel, when you kill off many of the originals, they didn't matter. And it was, but it's not the people necessarily for me. It's the writing and the characters that make this movie. And Will's great, Jeff's great, Randy Quaid's great, Bill Pullman's great, Judd, the father of David. I love him.
Yeah.
He's well written.
Yeah,
he's a great actor. Anyway, I mean, he's a great character actor.
He played in I want to say Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah.
He was great. Speaking of Randy Quaid, though, so this movie does something really fantastic where it introduces you before the alien invades. It introduces you to the characters in their own little world. And like for Jeff, he's in New York. His dad playing chess right in this scene here, and then eventually they are introduced us to the president.
Yeah.
Palmer, is his name Palmer or I don't think Brian Palmer. I forget his name.
Bill Pullman.
Yeah. Whitmore, President Whitmore.
I love the chemistry he has with his wife though.
Yeah. And his daughter. He just seems like a real guy. This guy right here was actually one of my favorite characters in the movie. He's the guy that's pretty much Jeff Goldblum's friend at work with the raspy voice. And Jeff's on him about recycling. The canned Coke product was all in this movie. but done well though. Great product placement.
Like everything is so well written in this movie. And it's why I have such a problem now with Resurgence, because nothing is well written.
Yeah.
It's like there was a lot of passion for this project. You can just tell. Roland, when he's on, he's on. And when he's off, he's really off.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that so y'all know what we're talking about, Independence Day. And I make sure I put 96 because that's the only one that matters. But yeah, but what I was saying, I love how they introduce the characters, and they show them in their own little world.
Yeah.
And then like how they all kind of merge together at the end to form this Voltron type of group that will take down the aliens. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has something to bring to the fight.
Yes, it's these characters are so well written, and you care about all of them really. Even the ones that are complete douchebags, like you said, Ferris Bueller's dad.
Yeah, Ferris Bueller's dad's in this movie. He just
I hate him, but he is such a good character.
No, I don't think you're talking about. I think you're thinking about the wrong guy.
You
think about the douchebag dude.
Who do you think? Who was
Ferris Bueller's dad is literally just in the background, but the other dude, I recognize him from other things, but it's not Ferris Bueller's dad.
I've seen it maybe literally one time.
But I know you're talking about that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody like Randy Quaid's character, who went to Nam, who had aliens do sexual things with him.
Well, that is the rumor.
That's
That
the
it's
rumor.
never clarified what they
Well,
actually did to
he
him.
says he says like I forgot, he said something that kind of nodded to what happened with him. Um, and so, but yeah, but his family doesn't really respect him. He's a drunkard. He's, he had one job to put pesticides in the right field, and he crop spraying, and he sprayed the wrong field, and just and that loses money for the family, and they live in an RV. Uh, just down, but ultimately it's old bumpkin drunk man in the RV ultimately turns the tides for everyone in this movie. And that's what I love about this movie. Nobody's really throwaway characters. And I was thinking about it when I watched this. Is anyone throwaway? And I can't think of one character in here that's truly a throwaway character that you don't need.
Yeah, it's true. They do an excellent job with writing multiple characters. At least I would say about a dozen characters that have an impact in this movie. And usually when you do that,
That's the guy you're talking about.
yeah, there he is. When you usually do that, someone gets left and lost in a shuffle, but no one really does here. They all matter, and they all have played a part. They all have a part to play, and they do a great job.
He
So
said played a part.
I did. They all have played a part, and that's true as well.
Robert Loggia, Loggia, I don't know if I said his name. He's General William Gray in this film. He seemed like such a stoic general, like a real general. Everybody, people might think, well, this movie is dumb because it's just a summer blockbuster. But this is the type of movie, Brandon, you want to watch.
Yeah.
In the movie theaters in the summer with some popcorn. It's the type of movie you want to watch. Something that's people blowing up, and it tells a story and it keeps your interest the whole time.
I agree. I wish they made movies like this today.
And they don't.
And they really don't. I think the problem today is it's not. I look at this movie and I totally believe what I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe the aliens are attacking. I do believe, that they've sent out a signal, that gives us a virus and we can't attack them. We can't hurt them. I believe all of this. All this is going on. And I think the problem today is there's too much action.
Mm-hmm.
They amp it up with action and jokes. And this film has jokes and it has a lot of action, but it also has compelling characters. And, and like I said before, that's where I think this is different from most blockbusters today, is that the characters felt real.
Yeah.
I believe these people were in this real situation, and I think that's why it works.
It reminds me a lot of actually Armageddon, in the sense of like with Armageddon. I felt that and I'm not knocking Armageddon. I love Armageddon. It's like one of my favorite little summer. It wasn't. I didn't grab it as a movie to watch because it didn't dominate the summer blockbuster like I thought it did. I always thought it did because I loved it when I watched it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
But this movie reminds me of that. I don't even know which one came before. I think this came before.
And Armageddon was 98.
98, yeah. So you can see where Armageddon took a lot of liberties from Independence Day. Like this is the first movie to really do a giant scale, not only invasion, but something from above coming to destroy us down here, and we gotta stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I know, if I'm wrong, please let me know if there's something else that you can think of. But I think that this is the first movie that really did a great, portrayal of a threat from above that has to be stopped or it's going to end us. And in Armageddon, we saw, whenever the stuff started happening, and people were getting devastated and stuff, you saw that, oh well, this is bad, and there's chaos, but it wasn't as like this, like they didn't know what to expect. There's people like partying, waiting to invite the aliens.
Oh yeah, and you would have those people. You definitely would. You would have those people standing up on that rooftop and having their signs and celebrating the aliens have arrived, and then they're blown to smithereens. You would have that. We came, I think history a few years ago tells us that with the Area 51, all those people wanting to go up there, and we have some crazy people.
Yeah.
But I love this movie though. And I know you give a lot of credit to Will Smith. He deserves a lot of credit too.
Jeff Goldblum is it's hard, like you said, it's hard to just give one credit to one person in this film, because everyone in this film is excellent. Like from Bill Pullman, who I believe was presidential. I believe he was presidential. And from everyone, like his whole cabinet feels real. It doesn't feel like a movie. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah, I agree. I would say my favorite character though is probably David, Jeff Goldblum's character. This is probably my favorite performance from Jeff. The way he delivers his lines, his facial expressions. I actually believe he is the smartest man on the earth, and he's so calm about it. Like every situation he's in, he's really calm. Like when him and Will,
he's thinking about it.
He really processes everything. And I love him and Will's chemistry, because you really don't get to see that until the very end.
But you want more of it once you see it.
Yeah, it's like when Will says "oops." What do you mean oops?
What do you mean? No oops. Yeah. There goes. So he's so essentially he figures out what the code is. But David is so not even paying attention to the fact that aliens have invaded, and like the president and stuff is on TV talking and stuff. He's not.
He's oblivious to it all.
He's oblivious. That's the word I was looking for. And he's like trying to figure this code out, and everybody's like, "Dude, are you not paying attention to what's going on?" Like that's what his friend says. David, are you not watching? Have you not been watching? What, David? That's my rendition of his voice. Pretty good, ain't it?
It's not bad. Not bad. David. There you go.
I gotta call my mother. I gotta call my sister. I gotta call my lawyer. Screw my lawyer. But
that guy, huh?
Hey, yeah, he's one of my favorite. Like I was literally, and spoilers, I was sad when he died. I was like really a character that I didn't want to die.
He's in. I can only think of two movies he's in. This and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Was he in Birdcage as well? No, he was in Mrs. Doubtfire because he was the one that gave Robin his.
He played his brother.
Yeah. He put his makeup on him and stuff. Yeah. He has such an iconic voice. That raspiness.
Yeah. That's the only two films I can remember him in, which is sad because he's
good.
He was very good. I think he did pass away though, if I'm not mistaken. But
I don't know. We're not gonna kill him if he isn't. But let's see.
Yeah, I mean, last week I killed you. You killed Chris Penn for me. I didn't think he was actually dead, and he was. And I wasn't right. Maybe it wasn't last week. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. But either way.
Oh, he's still out. He's on the show Big Mouth.
Well, there I go again. I spoiled something they didn't even have.
But in BoJack Horseman, he does more voice work now, which
is it's perfect for him because he's got that voice.
He was in The Good Wife as a judge. I didn't even recognize How I Met Your Mother.
See, I haven't seen any
Lily Smoking voice. Oh, that's good. Yeah, just like but all right. So we just seen a scene where Randy Quaid is sitting at a bar and they just poking fun of him because of his abduction, and he's just a town joke. And it reminds me a lot of the guy from Critters, who was the town drunk, and people never Charlie never took him serious. But at the end, how Charlie saves the day.
Yeah,
that's how Randy Quaid's character in this movie reminds me of him. And since I wanted to see him come up, and I wanted to see other people that make fun of him, I didn't get that in this movie. I wanted to see the other people that make fun of him eat crow. Like had to go back and be like, no, he's a hero. But the president, and everybody looked at it like look at him as a hero because he's the one that changed the game for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for him, they would have lost. There would be no sequel.
Yeah, unfortunately. But Vivica A. Fox, we're now introduced to Vivica and Will. They thought it was just an earthquake, and so they go back to sleep. I love this point of view as well, Brandon. How Will, uh, the whole morning when they was getting up and stuff, he was also oblivious to
Yeah, it was,
what's going on around him.
the neighbors are moving. Must be getting tired of those quakes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's oblivious to it. I loved him and Vivica's chemistry in this movie as well. She was just, you know, just fun to watch. I mean, her character, I felt like she actually grew,
yeah,
and Dylan, the little boy, I love seeing him.
yeah. He also played in
Fresh
Fresh
Prince.
Prince. He was the little brother of the Banks family.
Yeah.
That was aged up. Oh, the Twin Towers. I got sad when I saw that in this movie. I always get sad when I see the Twin Towers because I'm aware. Like it came out in '96 and it wasn't like several years later.
5 years.
5 years later, we know what happened, and it's very similar to this in the sense of that people get the like wasn't aware of what was going to happen. You know. But yeah, you see, I noticed this too, Brandon, in the scene where they first reveal the alien spaceship coming out, and it's so big that like parts of it can be seen in New York, L.A. Like it literally takes over the whole, and not only, but also in other countries. Like it's that huge, but it blocks out the sun essentially. But it's really what was my thought? I lost my thought, but um, I noticed that. This is what I noticed that you start noticing people seeing what it is, but you start seeing like people that won't typically be around one another, be around each other, stopping to look. So you see homeless people and like rich, like wealthy looking woman, just kind of stop. Like the police gets out the car and his car gets hit, and he's not even paid attention to it because he's just so like, what is this? You know. And I imagine everyone like if I was outside and I seen that, that's how people would respond. Some people will run, some people will stare and watch. What do you think?
No, I agree with you. I think you're going to be in awe. You're going to be afraid. Some people are going to be excited. You're going to get all kinds of different reactions. And David's like, my God.
He cracks the code. Dave. So for those that haven't watched Independence Day,
have you noticed though, Jeff? Though he always plays these really smart characters.
Yeah.
Like really intelligent beings.
Oh, that's Ferris Bueller's dad in the back. You see him standing between the president and that lady.
See some of him.
You just saw him just like. I just back it up just a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, okay, I see him now. Yeah.
That's Ferris Bueller's dad. I just recognize the face. That's Ferris Bueller's dad, but that's all I know him from is Ferris Bueller. That's his dad. Now I guess he's in this too, but
well, he's in. Yeah.
He's still gonna be Ferris Bueller's dad, no matter what he's in. I don't even know where he's living.
You must be a really big fan of that movie.
Yeah. Ferris Bueller was good for me, man.
I thought it was overrated, but that's me.
One of Hughes' best films. Well, not one of his best films. I would say Breakfast Club is his best film. His greatest film.
It could be one of his best. I mean, I'm not.
His greatest film is probably Breakfast Club, but Ferris Bueller is probably his more recognized film.
Yeah.
Pretty in Pink maybe as well, but
I would say.
Did he do St. Elmo's Fire as well? Or is that not him?
Nah, it's part of the Brat Pack, but I don't know if that's him.
But
it feels like him, but again, it's the Brat Pack. So, I would have thought 16 Candles would have been one of his most known films too. But yeah.
Yeah, he's shooting aliens. And when you think that he's just joking, don't even like nobody in this household is literally paying attention to the fact that aliens has invaded Earth. And he goes outside, and that's when like he sees he gets the newspaper, and I love this little reveal, Brandon, where the camera pans to the side, soft focus in the background, then it takes Will and puts him out of focus and puts them in focus. That's called a wrap focus, and then it does a wrap focus right here, pulls out and pulls them in focus. and then got cut and just show what they're looking at, and it's just a great reveal. Great reveal.
That shot right there when he's getting revealed what it is reminds me so much of Bad Boys.
Hmm.
The way they zoom in on him, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, this movie is, as we've said, it's very crisp writing, very smart characters, a good story about an invasion, and these people that normally wouldn't come together have to come together to fight them off, and it's a journey all the way through. I mean, it really is a journey.
And David's the first one to say, David, why did I send my mom to Atlanta? David. I love that guy.
I love how his little jog.
Yeah, his little jog.
David, David.
But David, count down to what, David? He just runs after him. He's like, oh man. I mean, you could tell they might have had fun shooting this. I would have, but you know, but David tells his friend, "Yo, get your mom. Y'all get out of town." And but at this point, it's too late, man.
What's gonna happen after countdown? Checkmate.
Checkmate, David. What do you mean?
Oh
my God! And then that's what I gotta call my brother. I better call the housekeeper. I better call my lawyer. I'll forget my lawyer. But yeah, that's my guy. I like that guy in this movie. But yeah, David calls his wife to try to warn her. She hangs up on him. They've been divorced for 3 years.
3 years.
But he still wears a wedding band. Palmer is. I keep calling him Palmer. The president. He keeps telling.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you call him Palmer because you've seen 24?
Yeah, and I'm thinking about President Palmer.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah, that's where I got that from. But yeah, no. I like that. I thought that she was a bit of a prick, to hang up on him. Not, you're being paranoid. Be quiet, David. Bye. But he unrealistically drives all the way to DC from New York.
Hey, I mean,
it's a movie.
It is a movie, so
it would take literally. I looked it up. I think it'd take like 6 or 7 hours to drive. But to be fair, nobody was driving to DC. Everybody's driving out of DC, so they had a clear shot, really.
Yeah, and they even bring that up. Everybody's getting out, and we're the only ones going in.
Yeah, there's his father making that reference. But
and Judd's so good in this movie. I mean, like I said, everybody really is good in this movie. It's they all were.
I never noticed the dolphin right there. So yeah, she does like dolphins. She got a thing for dolphins.
And they all though, brought their A game. Everybody, from supporting characters to lead characters, really brought it. I believe they all knew they were making something really special, and it still holds up today. I mean,
another little subplot is Vivica A. Fox's character is a stripper, and so Will, and I love Harry Connick Jr. in this film as well as his best friend.
Yeah.
But and that was another character that hurt me when he died. I like him, but so Will's wanting to become a NASA pilot.
Yeah,
I guess is what they are. He wants to fly for NASA, and but they feel like, well, you're not going to be able to do that as long as you are married or stick with the stripper. But he doesn't want to get rid of her because he has feeling for her. But he's also conflicted because he wants his career to go. But, and that's what I like about this movie too, Brandon, is that these characters all have, they honestly do have some type of character arc.
Yeah, they do.
It's not like just like one-dimensional characters. Like Will's character arc is the fact that he was on the fence of whether or not to marry her. But then after everything goes down, he couldn't think of nothing else but finding her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really want to be what she wants to be, so she becomes a hero in the time and start finding and rounding up people to help. One of them being the president's, the first lady, and then like with Dennis Quaid's character, uh, Randy Quaid, Randy, not Dennis, Randy. Am I right? Randy.
Yeah, it's Randy. It's not
Yeah,
Dennis.
yeah. Randy's character. Like
Dennis did his other film, The Day After Tomorrow.
yeah, and that's kind of the same thing. It wasn't as well received as this.
I don't think anything he's done has been well received as this. I think most people would say this is his best film by
You talking about Dennis's? The Randy's?
Roland's.
Oh, okay. Oh, did Roland do Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have seen that one. Okay, all right. But
2012 as well.
He did that with what's up with
He's
him?
got
Disaster
a
film.
That's his thing.
But 2012, like only Cusack is the most redeemable person in that film. All right, Woody is great, but he's short lived in it. Like you don't see much of him.
I actually like 2012. I mean, I wouldn't.
I
say
like John Cusack. I mean, that's why I like it. I like John Cusack.
I like Cusack. I like the family aspect. I like Woody, the crazy person that knows what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what they kind of did in the last Godzilla movie. Kong vs. Godzilla. They made it. It reminded me of Woody's character in 2012.
Yeah.
But like Roland's got a thing.
You can't drive
for this.
Yeah. Can't go. Like. And then and you notice something. I noticed this too. Later on in this movie, Jeff says it's iconic. Must go faster.
Yeah, it's from Jurassic Park, right out of the Jurassic Park, and I just started laughing when he said it. I was like, man, all right, kudos to Roland.
Self-awareness too.
Yeah.
And big up on Jeff Goldblum by not taking himself. He don't seem like the type of the guy that takes himself real serious. Like I love seeing him in anything. Thor Ragnarok, like he drew my focus every time he's on screen.
I mean, Jeff.
I wanted more of him, you know.
And his Disney Plus show he's on,
mm-hmm.
I love it. I mean, I love watching Jeff Goldblum, and like he's my favorite character in the Jurassic Park universe.
I agree.
And Malcolm. I mean,
absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. I love Chris Pratt. Not Chris. It is Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Yeah.
I love him. I love Sam Neill. You know, I love Laura Dern. You know, but Ian Malcolm, man, it's where it's at, and I look forward to his return back. Really,
look, I love when this guy, like friends of Russell, but they're not friends. They're not friends of Russell.
No, they're not friends.
You know, he says, and they did. I even abused him sexually.
Yeah, I just
and look at him. Yep, he's like, oh, douchebag. But man, this movie. What else can you say about it, man? About I might fast forward a little bit just to kind of get to some more stuff on it. But yeah, this movie, man, is just excellent. Like, what was your thoughts with them trying to reach out to him, and then seeing the explosion? Like, you know, like they blew up the plane.
Yeah, they blew up the plane. They blew up a lot of stuff.
That's the first thing they blew up. Actually, I guess that jet they blew up. I guess. They didn't blow it up intentionally, but it just happened to blow up with it being that close to it.
You know, I understand, you know, because again, Roland did this in 2012 as well with the president staying.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Glover's character stayed and he ended up dying. But I don't know, he kind of repeats himself in other movies. Yeah, I'm now noticing that.
You think he's Roland Emmerich is trying to chase Independence Day, like what he did with that, and that's why he went and made another Independence Day, because he's like, well, why not just make another one, you know, because that's the way it was. Well,
I think part of the reason he brought a sequel to us, I think it was in demand for a while. Yeah, but it wasn't in demand 20 years later.
It was, and it's
first 5 years it was in demand.
It's not in demand without Will. You know,
nah,
it's not like I think that they also hurt themselves by killing his character off. Like,
but you know, I tell you though, even if he's in it, he doesn't save it.
No,
because the story was basically just a repeat.
Yeah,
they recycled what they did in the first one, just with more technology around it, and they made it 50s alien sci-fi, and it's not what this really was. You know, I didn't feel like I was watching a 1950s alien movie. You know.
Yeah. So they wanted the president in this movie wanted his wife to hurry up and get out of town. But she waited way too long. Like no one took it as serious as you know.
And
And
it kind of imitates life,
yeah.
actually.
After 9/11, no one really like even when it was going on, people didn't. They're like, like people would think, oh, the World Trade Center was bombed once before, and nobody, it's an imperial, it's not going to be destroyed. When it happens, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like I remember seeing the second on TV, and it
Yeah.
just was like, oh my, it's crazy. It just you can't process it. It's just scene right here where the
Feels like you're watching it from a movie.
yeah,
And it's
like
real, and you just.
and these people don't know what they're like. People getting out and looking, like
I mean, where are you gonna go?
honestly, at
You
this
can't go
point, I
anywhere.
would run, but they don't think about it. They're like, it's opening up. What's going on? Because imagine a craft, a spaceship, uh, hovering, not moving at all for like hours, and then finally it opens up. Yeah, part of you will stay and see what's going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna want to see. I mean, curiosity. I mean,
Yeah, but it kills the cat. Is
it
what they
kills a
say.
lot of people. but
Everybody.
you're gonna want to watch and see. But yeah, I agree with you.
We got a comment from Gone Lucid.
Whoop.
Whoop. Yep. But yeah. Uh, no, you want to see. So, checkmate. And
So they find out what the riddle is, what the aliens really want. And they want to destroy
this
the humans,
yeah.
take over their world. I mean, obviously, I mean,
Oh, they're all gone.
yeah, they're gone.
There's no way no one survived that. And then like they showed this one guy like is in a building somewhere working, and then like the just a backdraft of the explosion just comes through and sweeps and like this guy right here. He didn't know what to like. He didn't know that was gonna happen to him. And that's just like when 9/11. I hate to keep harping on it, but when it happened, when the towers start falling, it not only did it affect the two towers, but it affected buildings around it as well, and a block and blocks and blocks, and a lot of people that breathe in all that end up dying of cancer-related illnesses because, and they had long-term effects of that day. So
Yeah,
it's a day truly that you would never forget. And
yeah. I mean,
then when
everyone remembers where they were.
yeah, this guy right here. I hate that he died. As a Davis friend, I hate that he died in this movie. But oh, you remember what's that movie Austin Powers? When they showed the scene in Austin Powers to like say if you don't give me money, I'm gonna do this, and they show the scene and they're like, oh my god, they just blew up the White House. They're like, no, it's from a movie, but still, you get my point.
Confession: I haven't seen Austin Powers.
You heard it here first, guys. This man has never seen Austin.
I'm not the biggest Mike Myers fan. I like the other Michael. Not the biggest Mike Myers fan. I do love Wayne's World though. So
all these buildings, like I imagine what they did is they took miniatures and blew them up.
Yeah.
But it's just so impressive, man. And this is like, what? How many years old now? Like 20?
25.
Yeah.
25-year anniversary this year.
And it's crazy how it still looks so good. You know what I mean? It looks so good. Like it's not CGI. It's like a lot of in-camera effects and miniatures or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's some blue screens, green screen. Back then it was more blue screens. But you can still like when Will is looking up at the spacecraft. Mm-hmm. I believe that's a blue screen because it doesn't look as natural. But I love when she's like, "Oh well, we gotta get out of this car." She sees what's going on. Them being in the tunnel reminded me of that movie Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Daylight.
Daylight. The one with Stallone. Yeah.
Yeah, Daylight.
Yeah, and my girl Danielle Harris. She's in that movie.
She is in that movie.
Yep. But what?
Viggo Mortensen's also in that movie.
Yeah. What did you think about this scene with her running with this kid and knocking down that door to get in there.
I love the scene overall, but some of it
Unrealistic.
It is unrealistic.
Most of it is unrealistic.
When she gets in, yeah, the dog. I felt like this explosion would have killed her too. It would have went inside the door, and it just doesn't. It's like everything she escapes.
Yeah.
And the explosion doesn't go through the door. I believe it would.
Yeah, the heat from everything would kill. This dog would have been dead. That dog would have been gone right there, or singed or something.
It's a blockbuster, so you do forgive some things.
Yeah. So we're on July 3rd now in the movie. I'm gonna probably fast forward a little bit longer. Like you see some of the aftermath of the statue down.
I love that shot though.
Yeah.
It tells you how. I mean, it's a huge spacecraft. I mean.
I'm gonna try to go ahead and skip to my scene.
They do bring up Area 51. So you think this has been in the plan for at least 40 years?
Like they were wanting to get payback for Area 51.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what they did eventually on the 3rd of July, they decided to have launch an offensive at them, like have them go and try to shoot at them, shoot missiles or whatever, torpedoes. Come to find out, they're all shielded. They all have some type of shield. So Will and his Harry
They use our technology against us.
Yeah. I think his name's Jimmy or Jane. Jimmy, I think.
Yeah, Jimmy.
So he said, "Come on, Big Daddy." but yeah, they essentially the last two fighter pilots to survive, and they're racing away from the aliens, but he ends up dying.
And I ended up dropping it somewhere.
Oh Lord, Brandon.
I see it. Go ahead.
All right, so anyway,
I'll just keep drinking.
But so they end up really getting the they end up Will ends up surviving, and I love his encounter with the alien. I'm gonna go ahead and get to it so we kind of reference it. So the alien.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, it says this is what I call a close encounter. I love how when he crashed and he's like, his natural. I wonder how much of it was ad lib with Will just like Emmerich saying, just do what you do. Because when he lands and gets up, he's like, yeah, that's what you get. And he says, get off me. And then he try to get this bungee.
I would dare say all his comedic moments was ad lib. I would say that. I mean, you don't let Will Smith, even though he was younger then, and he wasn't the superstar he became.
That he is now, yeah.
Yeah, still you saw it. The potential was through the roof. I mean, you let this guy just let him go. Look. Yeah, that's ad lib.
Yeah,
no doubt. Come on, man. Woo. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, Brandon.
I can't even take Will Smith.
Can you do it, buddy? Don't do it.
I can't.
No, you can't. I noticed. But yeah.
I mean, I could try.
No, don't do it. I'm saying don't. He says that you gotta be dragging you in this hot desert with these dreadlocks sticking out the back of this chute, like you punched him. He said, "Welcome to Earth."
Now go ahead.
That's what I call a close encounter.
Oh no! Come on, give it to me.
That's what he says.
Give it to me though. He ain't giving it to me.
Now that's what I call a close encounter. I don't know. I can't do Will either. It's Will Smith.
Nobody can do Will.
But I just had this thought just looking at this. I would love to see Will and The Rock at a movie together. I think that'd be really good to see them working off one another.
Too big of an ego.
You think so? Both of them? Oh,
Rock can't even work with Vin Diesel. You think he's gonna work with Will Smith?
Oh. Will seems like a humble dude though. Like he'll let you.
Vin Diesel comes off like one too, but it's Vin Diesel.
Yeah, no, I don't have no respect for him.
For Vin?
Yeah, but anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I understand Vin Diesel's issues with The Rock. I mean, Fast and Furious is his franchise. Well, it was his and Paul's, but he kind of took it from Paul. So I mean, it became his. So I understand his issues. Dwayne just came and kind of stole a lot of thunder.
I love how so when they get to the base and he shows him like they like You don't have clearance. Oh, I love now. This guy right here. He's in this movie. What's his name? I always just refer to him as Data because that's who he is from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Um, Let me see. But what do you think about this when they introduced him to Area 51? So they kept it. Tell them that how they kept it away from the president.
What do you mean?
They
I mean, I
didn't.
know he doesn't know.
He didn't
But
know the thing.
a
Him and
lot of
his
them didn't know.
yeah.
The
But
douchebag knew.
the douchebag knew.
But yeah, they kept it away from him. I mean, it's. I figure that would be something the president would know. You know, he would know the secrets. Maybe not. I
Yeah.
mean, what you don't know can't hurt you. You know, it's in your best interest not to know. So I mean, you know.
Adam Baldwin, I forgot he's in this movie too. This guy here.
Oh yeah, one of the bald ones.
Is he really one of the
I
Baldwins?
believe so. I believe he's like the youngest brother.
I don't. I think he's just in name.
Maybe he's not.
I don't,
But just when you hear a bald one, you just assume
You
they're related.
you think they all related?
But I mean, the others you can really tell.
Yeah.
They look like each other.
He don't look like the Baldwins, so.
He kind of looks like not William, not Alec, but the other one. Not Steven, but the other one.
Brent Spinner. But yeah, I know him as Data in Star Trek: Next Generation.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
They're in Area 51 right now.
Yeah.
The scientist guy.
Data.
Okay. Didn't you, when you watch this movie, don't you feel he dies?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, how's he in the sequel?
Because
I don't remember I don't remember how they explained that.
They just put him in. They say he's in a coma. They literally check his pulse in this movie when he.
Yeah, he's clearly dead.
Yeah. And they're like, no, he's just in a coma. No. And his legs would be atrophied. He wouldn't be able to get up and walk. None of that.
So I guess they were like, well, we can't get Will. We'll bring him back. But I don't like. I remember a lot about the sequel, but I don't remember his explanation why he was still alive when he was clearly dead. So, but you know.
So they start.
I do like the scene where they're dissecting the alien.
Yeah.
And, it reminds me of Alien, actually.
Yeah.
So
I wonder who did and I'm sorry for not knowing this. Do you know who did the props on this?
I do not.
Because it looks really oozy and real. It looks like a real carcass, you know. But it's
I would have said
really,
like someone like Stan Winston, but
let's see.
it does kind of look like his
It looks
handiwork.
like something Stan Winston would do. I want to say it might be Stan Winston. Let's see. But keep it going, man. What's your thoughts on this?
I love
the alien coming to life, not really being dead, actually.
I loved it. It was very, to me, it felt very alien-like, in how they can control your mind, and I love that, you know, because that's been done a lot in alien films where they can actually control your mind, especially in the 50s. So again, it does have a little bit of that 50s era, but not as much as the sequel did. They didn't go too overboard with it in this one, but I love the scene. It surprised me because this scene really kind of felt like a horror movie right here. And Life kind of does this too. You know, you were talking about that earlier before we started shooting. You hadn't seen Life. Life kind of did that with it, with their little alien, you know. But I thought it was a great scene.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking. Let's see.
Well, then we find out
makeup department
because it takes over the president's mind. He finds out what they actually want, which is to take them out.
Yeah, he wants to exterminate.
But I mean, the audience knew this already. So
yeah, we already knew. Like nobody's just gonna come and just blow up a building. You know, I don't know, man. I tried to see who did it. I don't know enough about makeup and special effects to know what to look for, but it's really good special effects. The creature in this movie seems very like original. Like, you know, like when you think about the alien in the queen, an alien or whatever. The way I love the slenderness of the alien's head and the way it looks like kind of almost like a metallic look, and everything feels all metallic and just lethal. And then you think about this alien, or you think about the predator, right? The predator has those dread-like looking things, but then it has this the mouth opens like this, and the face, but the mask and everything, and it's hulking big dude, Harry and Henderson dude. But then you think about this alien, it has an exoskeleton, but you don't really truly see the scale of it. It's just like the exoskeleton is essentially a suit for the house the little alien inside.
Yeah.
And but the alien is telepathic, and that's how it's controlling. Yeah. So what do you think about, like, as far as like seeing this alien and comparing it to other aliens that you've seen in films?
I mean, nothing's gonna beat Alien, but other Alien pictures. I mean, I can't say it beats Predator either, but I think as far as anything else,
yeah, he's dead, Brandon. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. I don't know. I mean, E.T. was great too.
Matter of fact, he shakes his head. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. So I don't know what Roland was thinking bringing him back, but like I say, it's like it's in another universe. Is what I'm going with. It's an alternate universe, so it don't really count.
I agree.
But as far as the aliens in its look, I don't know if I don't know if it would be my top 5 or not, but I like the design. I really do like the design. But there's so many other alien properties out there, whether it's one movie or multiple movies.
E.T.
Yeah, I mean,
which E.T. that's the most innocent looking alien.
Yeah,
I would say that there is. I wouldn't consider Gremlins an alien because I imagine their origin is somewhere within the Earth.
Well, I mean,
critters are aliens.
They're aliens.
They're krites.
I like I love that design. But
yeah. The Kyoto brothers killing it.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I haven't seen a whole lot of alien movies.
Yeah, I understand. But this alien, the alien here is, I thought it looked well. I thought
it looks great. I mean,
but I'm gonna skip forward, and we're gonna probably close it up pretty soon. What were your thoughts on the presidential speech? And this, I'm gonna get to where we can reference it. So, all right, David finds out that you got to give it a code essentially. So he gives it a virus so that they can get through their shields. And he has them shoot at the Coke can. Like I said, it's smart product placement, the Coke can. But nobody's drinking the Coke. It's like, this is so good. It's just Coke is all through this movie. But yeah, so they trying to line up soldiers and stuff to people who has flying experience. Here it is, right here.
Yeah.
The speech. The speech, man.
The speech.
This is the speech. This is 4th of July will no longer be known as America's holiday. Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm just gonna go with the speech. Yeah, I'm not gonna quote him.
Finally going to the night. We will not finish without a fight.
Are we talking about?
We're going to live in
here.
We're going to survive. Today we
celebrate our Independence Day.
All right, Hogan.
Was that Hogan? All right. Hey, Joe, I brought in some Hogan.
But no, that speech, and that dude was like, yes,
I had felt like if that would have been a real speech, I would have been given a standing ovation.
Yeah, like literally, after watching it the other day, I was thinking,
it is Bill Pullman's best work.
Best work, best role, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's good in Spaceballs, but
he's good in Spaceballs. He's good in Lake Placid. He's
good.
Oh
yeah, I forgot Lake Placid. Yeah.
Sleeping.
While you were sleeping.
He's great in that.
Yeah. With Sandra. I love.
He's
Sandra.
even good in Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh yeah, he is in that movie. I totally forget.
Bill Pullman's awesome.
Bill Pullman.
We need more Bill.
We need more Bill. We ain't got Paxton no more. We need more Pullman. But yeah, I
love the speech.
That speech, man, it actually hyped me up to a point where I was thinking, if I was standing there, I'd be like, yeah, give me something. I'll shoot at him.
He's probably seeing fireworks now. Promising Dylan fireworks.
He could give them fireworks.
Yeah.
You know, just in case. I love that sweet moment between him, David and his dad. He said, "Here, take this just in case." And then what was that?
I believe he was giving him the Bible.
Oh, and then he gives him his
because he lost his faith since his mother passed. And
yeah, and he gives him one in yarmulke, so just in case, you know. But and then like the dude was like the douchebag was like, I'm not Jewish.
I'm not Jewish. No one's perfect.
No one's perfect. I love it. Love it. Oh,
Judd, I love him. I mean,
man. His delivery. You can tell he's a veteran actor, man.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, I love this where they go. I love the scene between Will and David when he's like Steven, he says to him, he's like, were you not going to tell me? Were you not going to tell me that's going to take over? He said, I was counting on it. He said, man, we got to work on our communication. But
because he says, oops.
Yeah. Well, no, the oops came.
No, I mean, they both say it.
Yeah. But the first oops came when he drew back. He said he just flipped it around. Somebody hit it. The sticky note. They hide. Oh man, this movie's so great. What were your thoughts on when Randy Quaid flies up the butt of the alien spaceship? It's pretty much.
Hello, boys, I'm back. I loved it. I'm glad he gets to save the day.
Yeah. And he was essentially the
he was the oddball of the whole movie.
Deus Ex Machina. He's the one that came right when it looks like all hope was lost. He comes. It's like, sorry boys, I was late. I got held back there. You know, he's I'm armed and I'm ready, and it wouldn't fire. It's pretty much. Yeah, he's like, all right, you alien asshole.
I love how he whispers when he's saying it, though, right?
That's yours.
It's like I'm saying it, but I'm not gonna say it too loud. You're like a little kid when the parents are watching you.
Yeah. But this scene, man, he said, you know, he sacrificed himself, and it reminds me almost of that scene with Bruce Willis in Armageddon when he like pretty much sacrificed himself.
Oh, that was so much more emotional.
Yeah, it was, and his daughter is sitting there looking on the screen.
I didn't tear. I exploded with tears.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I cried at the end of
I cry every time I watch it. I mean,
when they don't want to close my eyes. That song's playing, then they show them the pictures of the people at the altar that died. My goodness.
You know,
every time.
Every time. Armageddon is the reason I'm a Ben Affleck fan.
Yeah.
It's the very first movie I've seen of him, and I was like, I love him as AJ, and I just was like, I'm a fan for life because of Armageddon.
Yeah.
Of all movies, that made me a Ben fan, but yeah, to be honest, Harry Stamper is my ideal Bruce Willis character.
Yeah.
Instead of John McClane. I love Harry. Really? Yeah, I just love Harry.
What about him in?
I love Will Patton in the movie too.
What about him in Fifth Element?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't.
Oh wow.
I wasn't. I'm just not a Milla Jovovich fan.
I'm a Bruce fan.
I do love Bruce, but
I like that movie because of Bruce. Not so much Milla.
I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch it. But
well, I would choose it one day.
You will you?
But yeah, no. So the end of the movie, essentially, they take out the aliens, and I love how they use Morse code because aliens thought of everything to block satellite communication, but they didn't block Morse code. Morse code still works. The old trusted Morse code. There it is. Click, ding, 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 ding. But yeah, they tell them how to. Here's what they say. Tell them how to take these sons of bitches down. This is what he said. I'm quoting Lagia. But yeah, this movie is just, if nobody's ever seen Independence Day,
everybody has pretty much seen it.
No. Yeah, it's if you want to introduce kids to this film, this is the best movie to start a blockbuster marathon on. If you're gonna do a blockbuster summer marathon movie thing, this is where you start.
Is this where you start?
Yeah.
This is where.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we started.
That's where we started. You chose this.
I chose it because I'm very limited. But you know, it is the truth. But I did choose it. But I agree with you though. It is one of the probably better summer blockbusters that's been made in the last 25 years.
you're obsessed with the fat lady. Stop talking about the fat lady.
He's always talking about that fat lady when he's going in a mission. No, we don't smoke them too fast. We don't smoke them, Harry Connick Jr. was wanting to smoke it.
He said, we ain't heard the fat lady. He says, what's up with you with the fat lady? Stop talking about the fat lady.
You're obsessed.
Drive us out of here. Yeah. I didn't hear no fat lady. What's up with you with the fat lady? Stop talking about the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady. Drive us out of here. But yeah.
Ooh, I gotta get me one of these.
That was earlier.
I know, but still, you gotta get it in.
Yeah. I guess so. Here's you come to drive faster. He says, turn here, turn. Let me drive. Stop. Side street. Seat driving. Left. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, we're okay. We're just I love this, man. Like Jeff and Will together. Man. All right, let's go ahead and give our marks, man. This movie. You ready to give your marks?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to say?
And he promised them fireworks. And
he gets some fireworks.
He gets the fireworks.
Yeah, which is the aliens exploding. This is very Star Wars like going, like making it, and he makes it like.
So what you're saying is you think Roland should do a Star Wars movie?
No. Let Abraham do it.
He already has.
Let him continue to do it. I trust him. I trust him with the franchise. But
thank you very much.
I love that. But yeah, man. I give this movie 5 Markouts out of 5. There's no way I give it anything less. This is literally like the best alien invasion type of movie that I can think of. And I love Mars Attacks, which is more hammy, more throwback to the 50s.
Yeah.
Mars Attack, which was a great film. I enjoyed it. I enjoy it now more than I did initially. But
I haven't seen it since its release, so I did enjoy it though.
You did enjoy it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this movie though, man, I would recommend anybody. So if you have HBO Max, it's on HBO Max. But yeah, it's just an excellent movie. I love how they show all the different cultures, continents celebrating the fall of the aliens. Like the world is truly unified at this moment.
That's what Roland does. He unifies the world in his big blockbusters.
Except for Resurgence.
Well, yeah, I think he unified the world there
against
too.
You said it. Go ahead and say it. Yeah, he did. And he unified the world to hate that movie collectively.
It didn't take a lot of effort to hate that movie. Yeah. But I don't hate the movie. You
don't like the movie.
I didn't hate it when I first watched it. I'll put it that way. I was like, okay, it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. I understood where he was going with it. It just wasn't like the original. It didn't feel like in the same universe. But he was really going for that 50s alien vibe. And
I love this scene right here. I love when they go out and they drive and they even brought the dog along.
Of course they brought the dog.
But I love how they see them and they walking. Oh, got their cigars. Swagger. They done killed aliens. I love it. This movie, man. I'm marked out, man. I'm marking out right now just looking at it. This movie is such a great movie. Brandon, your score? I imagine 5.
It's a 5, Aaron. 5 out of 5 on the Markout meter. So it's a perfect 10 for both of us.
Yeah. This movie, man. It's just any lasting words about this film or its legacy or what it is?
I think it will always stand on its own for this film in particular. I think Will Smith will always be grateful for Independence Day. I think Goldblum would be grateful. I think all the cast will be grateful, and it will be Roland's legacy as well.
What he remembered for.
Yeah, and he made Universal Soldier. the first one.
I like that. Yeah.
And then he went more disaster films.
That became his bread and butter. But
It
people
became something. I don't know if it's bread and butter, but it's became what he's known for. He did Midway.
It's more like it's still like almost like a disaster
Yeah.
film. It's just a war based.
It felt more like a sequel to Pearl Harbor. You know.
I've never seen Midway though.
I actually liked it. I thought he kind of redeemed himself for Resurgence because it was the first movie he did since Resurgence. I was like, okay, he did better. But
he did Godzilla '98, which is another disaster type of film. And
I think it's a fun movie though. Still to this day, I mean, I know it's not Godzilla, but I still felt it was fun. It was a fun popcorn film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Day After Tomorrow. While just last little minutes we have left, I enjoyed Day After Tomorrow.
Dennis Quaid was really good.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal's good in it too.
Yeah. And he did. Let's see. I'm looking. So Independence Day. He did Stargate. He wrote Stargate.
I hate that movie.
But yeah,
he's definitely hit and miss for me.
Day After Tomorrow, Stargate SG-1. He did the show 10,000 BC.
I haven't seen that.
It was not that good. 2012. Let's see. He has a new movie in post production called Moonfall. I assume it's about the moon falling on Earth. I don't know. Probably sound like a disaster movie. Somebody got a group of guys gonna have to go and save the moon from falling.
If it has Ben Affleck in it, I'm watching it.
It's gonna have Ben Affleck. He's gonna get the best of his best. Jeff Goldblum, Ben Affleck, Pullman. He's probably gonna try to find Randy somewhere.
Randy's
crazy.
Retired though.
Randy crazy, but
crazy? Like really crazy?
Like Randy ain't sane. Randy Quaid lost his mind, man. The dude.
He became his character.
Like I'm not making this up. Randy Quaid has lost his mind. If you look up Randy Quaid today, the man is off the grid. Like him and his wife both said, "All right, yeah, let's be crazy. let's be crazy together." Randy Quaid has flipped something, man.
No, I have actually heard that he kind of went off the deep end, but you know, I hadn't seen him in anything. Was that him there today?
Yeah. Randy Quaid lost his mind, man.
He looks kind of like Hillbilly Jim.
Look, that is Randy in jail.
Or Gene Hackman in The Chamber.
It does kind of look like Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, he really let his beard grow.
Yeah, I guess you don't believe in.
Well, he's not acting anymore that I know of.
No.
So
yeah.
So he's just kind of
crazy. I don't know. I wonder if
he looks like a mountain man.
I wonder if Dennis is like, "Hey, Randy, you want to?"
I would say
dial it back a little bit. You think they're strange?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, Dennis has his own man. He has his son with Meg, and you know the kid. He's doing stuff in the boys. So, you know,
Jack Quaid.
Yep. There
I haven't seen him, but I hear good things about that kid.
He looks just like Meg. He looks like his dad. He looks like a perfect combination of his dad and his mom. And not because I love Meg Ryan. I love '80s Meg more than. I mean, I hadn't seen her in nothing though, but
she doesn't do much.
Yeah, but Jack, I love to see that. I love hearing these next generation of actors stepping up and doing stuff like Kurt's son. You know.
Yeah.
I love to hear about the out doing stuff. I'm all about that.
Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, Wyatt.
I had to think of his first name.
And then you know, of course, Goldie has other kids, and they all act. You know, Kate Hudson being one, and then the other Oliver Hudson. Yeah,
I like him, but he's never branched out as a star or anything. Sadly, he did it one sitcom though, where I think he was the lead. But
yeah, well, but Jack, man, he's perfect in the boys. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this movie. Anything else you got?
I just think it's like the perfect blockbuster for summer. Roland did an amazing job with this movie. I really do enjoy it, and it made me smile, it made me laugh, made me tear up in certain scenes. especially with Bill Pullman and his wife, when he's saying the doctors think you're going to be just fine, and she's like, liar.
Yeah.
And he starts to tear up, and
he had to explain to his daughter. I want to mention that too. He explained to his daughter that, but then his daughter was mature enough to say, "Well, mommy sleeping now?" He's like, "Yeah," and it's sad. And in the background, you can see Will and Vivica in the background. I'm like, "Oh wow, I didn't even realize that they were in that scene back there." But this time around, I got to look around and notice everything else. But man, excellent film. Next week, my pick is Dark Knight. So we're gonna visit Heath. Um, yeah, of course, Christian Bale's in it too. But Heath Ledger is what you're there for, right? I mean, don't deny it.
I'm there for the Joker.
I'm there for the Joker, man. I mean,
I'm always there for the Joker.
Wow, so serious. You want me to tell you how I got these scars? Oh my gosh.
I'll take it next week.
Oh, no. Are you gonna come in Joker makeup?
I have some. But
right.
No, I won't.
Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey.
thank you for marking out with us here on the Markout Movie